Hi everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Match Betting Chronicles. Okay, so this is yet another correct score Dutching video. I'm only on one game tonight. That's this one, Rotherham versus Sunderland. There's quite a few championship games going on, and there's some Champions League games. But I don't like doing correct score Dutching on cup games, and this was the only game in the championship I like the look of. But anyway, I'll just show you briefly what scores I've covered. So in this one I was expecting goals, so there's nothing on the 0-0 and there's nothing on 1-0 to Sunderland or 1-0 to Rotherham. So this, not taking these scores, did allow me to take some scores which had sort of reasonably good odds. So I did expect a Sunderland win here actually, or a 1-1. So obviously I covered 2 and 3-0 to Sunderland. Them score lines are out. I've got the 1-1. That is one of the target score lines that I thought would happen based on looking at the previous form. I've got 2-1 to Sunderland, 2-0 to Rotherham. That was quite high odds. The 2-1, the 2-2, and that was very high odds, so I've just put £1 on it to make a scratch. And I've also got a little bit on the 3-0, but what I've started to do is to sort of drip back. So you can see that on the 3-1 I'm only losing £29 instead of my full stake, and that's because I backed that scoreline with £1 at odds of 24. As the odds drift, I will put a couple more pounds on that, and I should try and do also the 3-1 to Sunderland just to make the trade a bit safer. But obviously I am in danger on the 1-0, but I do expect some more goals, and I'll show you why. Okay, so if I look at the home and away table and Rotherham at home, so they score quite a lot, 24 goals. That's pretty good, and 19 conceded. So 19 is it's not too bad, but it's not great either. There's quite a few teams with a better defence, and they're playing Sunderland away, who have got 26 goals away from home, which is second best in the league. Only Burnley are doing better, and they've got an all right defence actually. Just 17 goals away, so that's why I'm slightly favouring Sunderland or the 1-1 draw on this. But when I look at the previous results, so you can see when Sunderland are away, there's quite a few 1-1s. So in January they drew 1-1 to Blackpool, and even Fulham in the cup, although like I said, it's better to just concentrate on the league games. Millwall, they got a 1-1 draw, but in amongst that they've also been scoring a lot of goals. So they beat Wigan 4-1 away from home, and they've recently beat QPR 3-0. So this is one of the reasons why I am expecting some Sunderland goals today. And while I look on the sofa score, seems like from the attack momentum, it does seem like both teams are going for this. So I better start covering some of them higher score lines, because it could easily swing both ways, this one. Don't be surprised if it's 2-1 to Sunderland soon, and then a 2-2. Anything could happen. So yeah, okay, so Sunderland dominating possession, but Rotherham have had more shots, so that's interesting. So yeah, going back to the correct score. it might be wise to, you know, I've already started doing it, dripping the stake in, but I will do that a bit more. So if I put another pound on this, you can see I'm almost at a scratch if it does go 3-1. And same with 3-1 to Rotherham. At least I've already got the 3-0 covered, which is good. But yeah, if I do that, it just makes the trade quite a bit safer. I'm only increasing my overall risk by another few quid, bringing down the profit on the other score lines down by a couple of quid. Okay, back with this game, and the second half has just sprung the game into life. It was really strange because I looked on Sofa Score, and I think Sunderland had 81% possession, but Rotherham have got a second goal. And then just a few minutes later, Sunderland have made it 2-1. So it's a bit unfortunate for me that the goals have come so early in the second half. I mean, I did want a second goal because obviously I didn't have the 1-0 to Rotherham covered. What I did do before the end of the second half is I did drip feed 3-1 to Rotherham and 3-1 to Sunderland, so that it would be a sort of scratch trade if it finished on them score lines. So now, obviously, I hope that it doesn't go 3-1 because then, you know, I'm not making any profit. So it might be wise for me to take this money now, actually. But based on the Sofa Score stats, it looks like Sunderland in this second half are dominating possession. So yeah, second half, 75% possession to Sunderland, although an equal amount of shots. So it looks like Rotherham are doing more with their possession. But will Rotherham just try and hang on to the game now? You know, I thought they'd try and do that at 2-0, and now it's 2-1. Yeah, it might be a bit nervous for them now. But yeah, I'll have to keep an eye on this. Obviously, I've still got profit on this scoreline and on the 2-2. But yeah, another quick goal, 3-1, would really put me in danger, and I think I'd cash out if that happened. But yeah, what I'm going to plan to do is just keep an eye on the attack momentum, really, and if it does look if it looks like it's getting dangerous, I might just take the money. I think a cash out of over £20 would be okay, I guess. So yeah, I might take that. If it starts getting later into the game, the odds on 2-1 are going to fall. And if it does look like Sunderland are looking likely to get another goal, I could also lay some of this off. So if it went down to odds of 2, for example, I could maybe put £15 lay. And, you know, I'd be making an extra £15 on 2-2, and I'd still be making £24 profit on the 2-1. And it would also give me some profit on the 3-1 if that happened. So yeah, that's another thing I might look to do as well. So basically, now I've just got to keep a good eye on this game. But really, I hope it dies down and sort of nothing happens and it stays on 2-1 for quite a while. Okay, back with this game, and I'm now being offered about £22 to cash out, but the odds on the 2-1 have got below 2, and the odds on the 3-1 are not bad at 9.2. So I could kind of put a couple of quid on the 3-1 and lay off some of this 2-1. So if I did a £20 lay, I'd still be making £21 if it finished 2-1. I'd be making £34 on the free one. And if I was lucky enough for it to go sort of 2-2, then £62. So yep, that's one option. Looking at how the second half's going, I mean, Rotherham have only had a little bit of attack momentum, and that's when they actually scored. And from then on, it's been all Sunderland. So that's why I've avoided putting any money on the 3-1 so far. But now the odds are sufficiently high that I could do. So it looks like Sunderland still dominating possession, but not having too many shots on target. The last time I checked, it was 5 as well. So yeah, I'm not sure that it is going to go 2-2. But, you know, it could. I mean, Sunderland must be surely pressing for another goal, because they're challenging for the playoff spots. Okay, so anyway, I think I need to end this video now so that I can lay off at least some of this scoreline. I might not do the whole £20 if I don't think Sunderland are likely to make it 2-2, but I should at least get some of this laid off, so that I can reduce my risk on the 3-1, even though that doesn't look like it's coming either. But Rotherham did score the second goal against the run of play, so there you go. Okay, back with this game, and I did lay about £10 off on the 2-1. So if it's 2-2, I'm getting £52, but I've reduced my profit on the 32 to £32 on the 2-1. I've put another £10 into the market trying to get it matched at low odds, but that might not happen. But even at these odds, I mean, you know, I could still, if I put £10 in at these odds, I'm only reducing my profit by about £2.30 and increasing profit at 2-2 and 3-1 by another £10. And another option is, I mean, I could lay like 100 at these odds, and I'd still get a little bit of profit if it finished on 2-1, but then you'd be getting massive profit at 2-2 or 3-1. That'd be awesome. So looking at the stats though, you know, it's not significant attack momentum, and I think Sunderland, yeah, they've only had 6 shots in the second half. So I think in like the last 10 minutes, just another 1 shot. So I don't really, yeah. If that was different, I might actually go for this. I know that in football there is a lot of last-minute goals, but I don't think I want to go for a scratch trade when I'm in a winning position like this, unless I'm expecting, you know, confident of another goal really. But my other £10 has just got matched, so £62 profit on 2-2. If it stays like this, 31 profit. And if Rotherham snatch another goal, then £36 profit. So yeah, I've made this trade totally safe now. And yeah, really just hoping for another Sunderland goal. I mean, obviously I kick myself a little bit for not laying more on the 2-1, but you know, £62 would be really decent profit on my initial stake. Anyway, hope the video has been useful. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you on the next one.